Hello there, Blue Eyes. This is Scottish, by the way. Now we're on to P. P is for patter. Patter. P-A-T-T-E-R. Patter is, how to explain it? Pattern is the vernacular that people use, the banter, the conversational chats, normally light-hearted, piss-taking. It can also be used to refer to a prepared pattern of speech, usually used by a salesperson, a magician, or even a politician, which you could probably say to all of them, "Get to fuck, pal, your patter's pish." Roughly translated as, "I'm sorry, but I don't believe anything that you're saying." However, I'd say that patter is, or let's be honest, was associated with chatting up birds. What's that? I hear my younger male viewers ask. Well, what happened before apps, basically, in the facility of swiping left or right, or amazingly deciding to become celibate, or listening to fuckwits like Andrew Tate. I'll admit it was difficult out there, sort of like the Wild West. You see, chatting up birds meant talking to a woman, imagine, face to face. A woman that you had never met before in a bar or nightclub, with the aim or hope of bagging off with them. Bagging off meaning Scottish for kissing. Maybe a quick feel of a breast, or even better, both breasts. Possibly a fumble in the hairy jungle. And if you were really lucky, a hand job, or if she got lucky, a fingering on the way home. This was normal, you know, it wasn't sinister or creepy or anything. Ask your parents. But to achieve any of that, you needed patter. I didn't have any patter. I had no patter. But what I did have were dance moves. I was like the John Travolta of the alternative music nightclub scene in and around the Edinburgh area in about the mid-90s. And thinking of that era, I have a friend, and let's for anonymity's sake call him John. He had patter, but he also had method. He would wait until 5 minutes before a nightclub closed and apply his patter, or even in a queue for a pizza / kebab, or even a taxi queue. Genius. He might have even used some classic Scottish chat-up lines, such as, "Have you farted? Because you've just blown me away." Or, "My love for you is like diarrhea. I can't have it in." Or even, "Are your parents spastics? Because you're pure special." And the classic, "You're drop dead gorgeous, by the way." My God, how times have changed. Till next time.